Here's a quick demo of how AudioPen works. It's a very simple tool to use. All you need to do is click this big orange button at the bottom of your screen, and AudioPen starts listening to you speak. On the free version, you get up to 3 minutes per recording, and on the Prime version, you can record for 15 minutes at a time. What AudioPen does is it takes what might be a fairly fuzzy voice note and converts it into a very clear text that's well structured and ready to share immediately. And this is useful in a bunch of ways. I personally sometimes use it to journal, where I just want to ramble about something that's on my mind, and I let AudioPen reflect that back at me in a slightly more structured manner. I use it just for brain dumps around topics that I'm thinking about. I use it while I'm driving sometimes if I just want to capture a note that I don't want to lose before I reach my destination. I use it to record meeting notes. So after I'm done with a meeting, I just press record and speak about what I thought of the meeting, what I want to take away from it, what I want to store. And I even use it for book notes sometimes when I'm reading. When I'm done with the chapter, I just hit record, record my thoughts around what I just read, sometimes connect them with other thoughts that are already in my mind. I know people use it for other things as well. Doctors sometimes use it to take patient notes. Lawyers use it to write legal documents. Students use it to write essays. Academics use it to write papers. In fact, I know someone who's even written a PhD with this. It's useful in more ways than I can imagine, at least. Anything that requires you to convert a thought that already exists in your head into something that's more coherent, that's where AudioPen can come in. So I'd encourage you to find your own use cases for it, given your lifestyle. But I'm 100% certain that every single person has a use case for it, that most of which I still don't know yet. So go ahead and explore. You can see now that I've ended this recording, and AudioPen shows me this little style selection modal out here. This is a Prime feature, but it's extremely useful. I've saved about 4 styles as my favorites. I can select from any one of these right now to make sure that the note is processed in a style that I would like it to be processed in. So for now, I'm just going to leave it as simple and clear. Click on that, and AudioPen will start processing my note. Initially, it'll just upload it. Then it'll start transcribing that note, which you can see it's doing right now. And very shortly, it'll start rewriting that note into the style that I selected. There we go. And the note should appear any second now. There it is. So you can see what it's done. These paragraphs up here in blue are what AudioPen's core feature is. You can see that it's a nice, well-structured text, but you also have access to the original transcript down here. So you can see the slightly longer, fuzzier text that I sort of just rambled on about, and it's converted it into this. If for whatever reason I wasn't happy with this, I could click on this icon, change the writing style out here, and reprocess this particular transcript differently. For now, I'm just going to let it be. I could organize this in a different folder if I'd liked. I could add tags to this note as well. I could even append another thought to this note. So let's say I have another thought that I just want to add to the bottom here. I could just click on this and record for a few more minutes, and it'll get added to this note. I can just copy this note and share it with anyone. I can create an image from this note as well. So for instance, I can create a screenshot essay that I can share on Twitter, maybe Instagram, one for LinkedIn posts as well. I can share this note with anyone if I like. I can publish it to a public link, email it to somebody, send it via Twitter, WhatsApp it to someone, or just email it to myself, which is a pretty interesting way to just save stuff in my inbox. And yeah, that's at its core, that's what AudioPen does. I will take you through a few more features before I end. So if you click on settings up here, you'll see that you have an input language and an output language here. So even on the free plan, you can choose what input language you want and choose the output language that you want it to write in. So you can write in a whole range of languages, and it also understands almost any language that you speak. If you're a Prime member, you have access to some more powerful features. One is the writing style feature that I sort of showed you earlier. You can manage styles here, where you can add new styles. You can create your own styles if you wish. You can discover styles that are already added in the AudioPen style library and add them to your own. So you've got styles for everything from business to email, personal, productivity, social media, etc. Whatever you like. You can get AudioPen to write like your favorite author just by telling it to write like your favorite author. You can see that I've created a style here where I've given it my own writing, and I've told it to write in this style. So I can basically create an infinite amount of content in my own voice just by talking and giving AudioPen a sample of my own writing. You can add special words so that AudioPen always saves and spells them correctly. Useful with names and more complex spellings that you might want to not correct. You can turn on quick style and quick language selection as well. This is the modal that you saw just after we recorded a note. So it lets you sort of select a language to process a note in right after you've recorded it, or you can select a style to process a note in, or both. Very useful. You can also manage a list of folders and tags. So folders are what you see out here, all of these things up here. Tags are all of these. So you can tag notes the way you like, add them, organize them in whichever folder you want as well. There's also integrations, which is very powerful. So you can see that it integrates with Zapier, where you can then connect it to one of 5,000 plus apps that Zapier has. You can set up an automatic webhook whereby every new note that you create gets sent to this webhook, and then you can do with it what you like. You can even create manually triggered webhooks, and this is a very powerful feature on the Prime plan, where you can set up as many as you like. So I've set up 4 at the moment, one of which creates a draft in Gmail, another one sends meeting notes to Google Sheets, etc. And what this does is, if you open a note, you'll see this button out here. You click on this, you can then send this particular note to any of these places. So if I wanted to send this to create a draft in Gmail, I could just click on this button and I would have a draft ready in my inbox. You also have a public profile, which you can, it's sort of like a mini blog where you can publish certain pieces that you want to appear there so that people can see them. Quite interesting if you want to use this as just like a lightweight blog feature, if you're using AudioPen to explore your thoughts and capture them in higher fidelity. On the Prime plan, you also have access to uploads, so you can upload audio files up to 100 MB. You get 100 uploads every 4 weeks, and that counter just keeps resetting. And you can rewrite text notes as well. So if you're in office in a space that you can't really speak out loud, but you want to capture something to AudioPen, you can just paste the text here or type it in here. Yeah, that's mostly it. I will take you through the account tab just once to make sure that you know how to reach me. You can click on this button to send me any feedback. You can, if you're having trouble with anything, just type in this box out here and send it to me. I will reply as soon as I can. One thing to note, AudioPen is available on web. It's also got a Chrome extension. It also has an iOS app and an Android app, all of which are connected. So one account will work across all of these devices. So no matter where you capture your thoughts, they're always available across all of these platforms. Yes, there's also an affiliate program that you can sign up for and earn a nice chunk of cash for every Prime referral you drive. And you can gift AudioPen to someone if you like. If you know somebody and you're feeling generous, if you know someone who would appreciate a tool like this, I'd be grateful if you could, and I guess they'd be grateful as well if you could gift it to them. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you for reaching the end of this video. Thank you for giving AudioPen a try. It has changed the way I capture what's on my mind. It's changed the way I consume content. It's also changed the way I create content. And I'm sure you will find it useful in ways that I am yet to imagine. And if you do, feel free to reach out and let me know. Thank you.